Hello, I am B. Sandhya Rani, lecturer in chemistry, Government Degree College, Mahbubabad. Today we are going to discuss about the coordination chemistry. Today we are discuss about coordination chemistry. The topics are what is coordination complexes and how they are nomenclated in IUPAC name. So first of all, we know the what is the coordination compound. Which compound we are called as a coordination compound. So complex compounds are a special class of compounds in which the metal atoms or ions are bound to a number of anions or neutral molecules are called as a coordination compound. In complexes, the metal atom is combined with a number of anions or neutral molecules. In modern technology, in modern terminology, these compounds are called as a coordination compounds. Coordination compounds or complex compounds are a type of addition compounds. So we see in this picture the metal atom is a central atom that is bonded with a number of species like anions or neutral molecules which are called as a ligands. So it is denoted as L. They are bound with a dative bond. Dative bond means that is coordinate covalent bond, that is the electrons which are required to form a bond is give only one species, that is ligand can give the required electrons to form a bond. So that bond is called as a dative bond or coordination covalent bond. Here ligand only supplies the electrons which are need to form a bond. So metal atom and ligand have, metal atom has a vacant orbitals to require to locate the electrons and form a bond. So this bond is called as a dative bond. Then based on nature or addition or molecular compounds are divided into two categories. They are double salts and coordination complex compounds. What are the difference between these two compounds? First of all, we go for the double salt. Salt means that contains one anion, one cation, that is called as a salt. Double means two anions and two cations will be existed in that salt. So here the double salt, these exists only in solid state and dissociate into a constituent species in their solution. So when we dissolve in suitable solvent, they disappear that salt and into dissolve into a their relative ions. When we come to the coordination compound, they retain their identity in solid as well as in solution also. Second one, they lose their identity in dissolved state. So in when we dissolve in a solution or solvent, say they lose their identity, but whereas come to the coordination compounds, they do not lose their identity in dissolved state also. It's same, retains same in structure as well as formation. Then go to third point, their properties are essentially the same as those of constituent species which are constituents as a salt. When come to the coordination compound, their properties are different from those of their constituents. For example, potassium hexacyanoferrate does not show the test of iron and cyanide ions. So they does not exist their ionic properties which they form as a complex. So that is the difference between these two. Then come to the fourth point. In double salts, the metal atom or ion exhibit normal valency. We come to the coordination compounds. In coordination compounds, the number negative ions or molecules surrounding the central metal atom is beyond its normal valency. So they attain the nearby inert gas electron configuration and they get stability. That's why they get stability even though we dissolve in any solvent. So that is the major differences between the double salts and coordination compounds. For example, here shows a example for double salt, that is the more salt. There is ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate and 6 water molecules. This is the example for double salt. Suppose it dissolves in water, it gives ferrous ions, sulfate ions and as well as ammonium ions, and it shows the different chemical properties of iron, ammonium and sulfate. We come to this coordination. Here one example is there, potassium hexacyanoferrate. They doesn't lose their species and they don't give any test of iron and cyanide. So this is the major differences between the double salts and coordination compounds. Here given examples. An aqueous solution of potassium alum, that is the potassium sulfate and aluminum sulfate and 24 water molecules, that is called as a potash alum, will give the test for, suppose we dissolve in a water an aqueous solution, it dissociates potassium ions and aluminum ions and sulfate ions and as well as water molecules. So they separated with each other from that salt complex. So they give individual tests for potassium and aluminum and sulfate. On the other hand, coordination compounds are molecular compounds that retain their identity even when dissolved in water. Suppose one example is there. Potassium is hexacyanoferrate. When potassium ferrocyanide is dissolved in water, it does not give the usual test for ferrous, that is Fe plus 2, and cyanide Cn minus, indicate that the potassium hexacyano ferrohexacyano does not dissociate into the iron and cyanide. So they does not dissociate and they don't give any test for Fe plus 2 or Cn minus 1. That is the major differences of double salts and coordination complexes. Complex compound. The compounds that have a complex ions are called as the complex compounds. As the central metal ion in the complex ion forms a dative or coordinate covalent bonds. Already we discussed the dative bond means the electrons required to form a bond is donates one atom and form a bond together is called the dative bond. On the other hand, the other element have a vacant d orbitals. So here metal atom has a vacant orbitals to locate the electrons and ligand give the electrons which forms a bond between the metal and ligand. So it is called as a dative bond. Coordinate covalent bonds with the species surrounding it. Complex ions are also known as the coordinate ions and hence the corresponding compounds are known as the coordinate compounds. Ligands. Here we are saying that ligands which donates the electrons to form a bond, dative bond. The molecule or ions which are coordinated to the metal atom or ion. Example: potassium ferrocyanide. The 6 cyanide group coordinated by iron plus 2 ion and are the ligands. Ligand can be negative ions or positive ions or neutral molecules. These are the 3 types of ligands we have. Ligands are Lewis bases which donate the electrons to form a bond to the central metal atom. So, central metal atom or ion is the Lewis acid which accept the electrons from ligand, and this central metal atom has a vacant orbitals. Here we know the types of ligands. Here mono or unidentate ligands, or poly or multidentate ligands. Third one is the ambidentate ligands. Already we know the 3 types of ligands. One is the positive ligands, negative ligands and neutral ligands. For example, positive nitronium ion, negative ligand example is cyanogen. Neutral aqua, that is water or ammonia, is the examples for neutral ligands. This is another type of classification of ligands, that is the mono or unidentate ligands. That means it donates one atom to the electrons, that is called mono or unidentate ligand. Poly or multidentate means more than one. Ambidentate ligands means if a ligand has 2 or more donor atoms, complex is formed, only one donor atom is attached to a metal. Here nitrogen gives the metals ion to form a dative bond. Here nitrito, there is a difference between the, here metal ion nitrogen gives, so this is the ambidentate ligand. We will go for brief discussion, that is the mono or unidentate ligands. One donor atom or one point of attachment and can coordinate with the metal ion at only one site in a complex is known as a mono or unidentate ligands. Here water molecule, that is the neutral ligand. Oxygen have a 2 lone pair electrons, so it gives to the metal ion. So it gives only one metal ion donor atom, that is oxygen, is known as the mono or unidentate ligand. For examples are chloride, ammonia and water. These are the examples for mono or unidentate ligands. Then poly or multidentate ligand. 2 or more donor atom or points of attachments is known as a polydentate ligand. Polydentate ligand are further classified as a bi, tri, tris, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, like that for dentate ligands. For example, here oxalate, it donates 2 pair of electrons. Then ethylene diamine, it is also 2 pair. Diacetylxylime and 2,2 dipyridyl. Like that, there are so many examples for poly or multidentate ligands. Then we know the terminology. Before going to that coordination chemistry, we know the terminology. First of all, we know the central metal atom, which act as a Lewis acid, and ligands act as a Lewis bases. Then we know the terminology coordination number. What is a coordination number? The number of ligands which are bonded to the central metal atom or ion is known as a coordination number. Light transition metal contains less coordination number and strong contain more coordination number. Here cyano group, that is Cn minus, number of ligand atoms bonded directly to the central metal atom, that is specific for given metal ion, in particular oxidation number. For example, hexaamino cobalt 2, here cyanogen have 6, so the coordination number is 6. Whereas come to silver, diamino silver, the coordination number is 2. Why? Because ligand bonded to the silver ion is only 2. Then ethylene, pentaethylene cobalt, that is 6. Diethylenamine 3 gives 2 pairs of electron pairs, so its coordination number is 6. So that the oxidation number is different and the coordination number is different. In this, geometry of complex is related to the coordination number. For example, cyano is the 2, that is the linear structure. Otherwise, coordination number is 4, the molecular of the structure. The coordination structure is either tetrahedral or square planar. Then coordination number 5, the complex shape is trigonal bipyramidal or square pyramidal. Then if the complex coordination number is 6, that may be octahedral in structure. Then we go for the complex ion. A complex ion has a metal ion at its center with a number of other molecules or ions surrounding it, is known as a complex ion. So in the structure, we see the first structure, hexaquoferrous 3 ion. Here iron is the central metal ion, so it has a center with a number of other molecules, that water ions is surrounded it, so it known as a complex ion. Where come to the hexafluoroaluminium 3, here complex ion is aluminum, other fluoride ions are surrounded it, and structure 3, cobalt is the complex ion, and in 4, copper is the complex ion. So that is, the complex ion has a metal ion at its center with a number of other molecules or ions is surrounded by it, that is known as a complex ion. Then coordination entity. Metal atom or ion bonded to fixed number of ions or molecule is known as a coordination entity. Here this compound trichlorotriamino cobalt, this is a fixed chloride ions and ammonium ion, that is known as a coordination entity. Then we know the coordination sphere. What is a coordination sphere? Coordination sphere is the first, the metal atom is there and it is binded with ligands, that is the sphere, coordination sphere, where the central metal atom and ligands are located in the space, is known as the coordination sphere. So complex, in that complex ion is there, ligand is there, and the coordination number is there, and oxidation state may be written on the top of the coordination sphere. Here we know the ammonia is the ligand, which donates the electrons. The nitrogen have one lone pair electron. It donates the electrons pair to the cobalt ion. So cobalt is a complex ion. So 6 ligands are donating to the cobalt ion. So that is the coordination number. So coordination number is written in the within the sphere, whereas the oxidation number is out of the sphere. That means oxidation number is the which that is the real oxidation state of a complex ion. Then the charge number of complex ion. The net charge carried by a complex ion, the charge number of is known as the charge number. Here in this complex ferrohexacyano 4 minus, the net charge is minus on the complex compound. So charge of iron 2 plus 6 into charge on cyano groups, that is cyano groups carries negative charge. So 2 iron plus 2 oxidation state, cyanogen minus 1. Here the ligand number is, that is coordination number is 6. So 6 into minus 1. So 2 plus 6 into minus 1. So the net charge on the complex ion is minus 4. That is written as the top of the complex sphere. That is coordination sphere. Then coordination polyhedron. The spatial arrangement of ligand atoms are directly attached to the central atom or ion is known as the coordination polyhedron. For example, coordination number is 4, that may be square planar or tetrahedral. When come to the square planar, the ligands are spatially arranged to the corners of the square, where tetrahedron has the structure, that is the coordination number 4. When come to the coordination number 5, then it may be trigonal bipyramidal or square pyramidal. Then coordination number 6, then the molecule structure is octahedral. So we can know the coordination polyhedron. This is nothing but the spatial arrangement of a ligand atoms which are directly attached to the central atom known as the coordination polyhedron. Due to that, we can know the structure of the coordination compound. These are the terminology we are generally used in coordination chemistry. Then we will go for the IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compounds. First one, the rules are proposed to name the coordination compounds are briefly mentioned below. If the complex compound is ionic in nature, the cation is named first and then anion is named. That is the first thing. Second one, if the complex compound is neutral, its name is written as a single word. Then third one is, in the naming of a complex, that is coordination sphere, first the names of the ligands without reference to their charges are written in the order of English alphabets, then only the metal name is to be written. Then fourth one is, the names of the negative ligand shall end with O. Here we show some examples. Suppose fluoride is there, so it called as a fluoro. Hydride is there, this is hydrido. Hydroxy group, that is hydroxo. Mercapto, cyano, like that we called as the ligand's name shall be end with O. Then for neutral ligands, there are no subsidiary names, but some neutral ligands are given special names, that is amino. For example, amino group is there, ammonia group is there, that is called as amino. Water group is called as aqua. Carbonyl group as carbon monoxide group is called as a carbonyl. Nitrosyl, that is NO group, is called as a nitrosyl. The names of other ligands are written as they are. We go some another names. Examples are there. For example, ethylene diamine, triphenylphosphine, phenyl, dinitrogen. Like that, we can call the neutral ligands. Then go for the another one is the names of positively charged ligands end with im suffix. For example, hydrazinium, that is N2H5 plus. Next, nitrosilium, NO plus. Like that. Suppose the negative ligands are there in the compound, so called as end with O. Positive or neutral ligands are called with special names, and positive ligands are called with end with im suffix. Like that, we have to name the complexes. Then fifth one is the oxidation state. Number of the metal in the complex is written beside the name of the metal in Roman number in brackets. This is the another one. So like that, we have to name the ligands. With this, then we will continue tomorrow. What are the rules in IUPAC nomenclature?